Hey everybody, this is Thomas. How you doing? I'm going to record this video. I'm actually doing this from my webcam, so you're actually um inside my room. Um I think I'm going to do something a little weird. I am actually going to attempt, I haven't done it in a while. There are some that I have done, but I haven't done everything in a while. So I'm not going to do that much of it, if that makes any sense. But I am going to start exercising a little bit more. I'm going to start with some weights, and then I am going to try to point this camera down, and I'm going to attempt to do some stuff on the floor mat, including push-ups. All right. Or most likely just push-ups. I don't know. I might try sit-ups, but I don't really like doing sit-ups. It kind of hurts my back. But um, but it's been a while since I've done them, so I'm going to actually try to do at least 10 sit-ups and 10 push-ups, just to see if I can do it. All right. Now I have to apologize to everybody in advance. I will have my shoes off because it's a little bit more comfortable. So unfortunately, you will see um, my foot. Um, but I do apologize. I'll try to make it where you don't see it too well. But I do apologize. It is what it is. I have to get used to this. So, all right. So let me stand up. All right. So, can you hear me? All right. So the first exercise I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to use the kettlebell. All right. Get a little closer. I'm going to use the kettlebell. It's 20 pounds. All right. So one exercise that I do is I just raise up. I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So I'm going to put that down. And I'm going to grab these small weights. I could probably do more, but these are all I have. They're 5-pound weights. All right. I don't know if you see it. 5 pounds. Right. I'm going to start with curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now I'm going to start with arms out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's do over the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so that's it for the weights. All right. Now, one. Actually, you know what? I am actually going to bring my computer down. I'm going to unplug it, but hopefully it has enough battery. Yeah. My plug went down the ground. That's fine. All right. Hopefully it has enough battery in it that, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, that looks like you can see me. Okay. So I'm going to try to do some push-ups, but first I'm going to take my shoes off. All right. So if I get short, you know. And just to show everybody, this is my reason of why I am doing this. I'm getting tired of losing limbs. All right, so I'm gonna go down on the ground. I can't do a push-up on my feet. I'm gonna use my knees, and it's probably not gonna be a proper push-up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Ooh, that hurts. I'm not gonna lie to any of you. That hurts. All right, so I'm gonna bring you back to the desk, and I'm gonna stop. It's not that I'm giving up. I will do again. All right, and it'll get better every time I do it. All right, but so I am trying. I am doing. One of the reasons why I'm thinking of doing that is because with it being so cold, it's hard for me to go for a walk around the track. So if I can't go for a walk around the track, I might as well do some exercises. Work on some muscles, all that stuff. So I hope you guys are enjoying my videos. I really do. And I hope this one is just as enjoyable as any of the other ones. Sorry about the heavy breathing. That, believe it or not, that little bit was a lot for me. I am trying, though. I mean, don't forget, last year, I was unable to move at all. So the fact that I can do that is progress. All right? It takes time. Like Dr. Barry says, you need vitamin P. Well, I have a lot of vitamin P, okay? P for patience. And so go a little bit on the medical side a little bit. I had my appointment with my endocrinologist yesterday, and it took about 2 years for me to finally get to that appointment. And I was okay with the appointment. They tried pushing some things on me that I mentioned I did not want, and I sort of had to be a little sarcastic with that. So they kept on asking me, "Do you want, like, are you okay to have this? What do you do?" I said, "Well, if you finally to get them to listen to me," I said, "Well, I'll take it if you force it down my throat." And that like, well, we can't do that. You can't do that. Okay, well then, stop pushing it. Stop trying to convince me to do something I don't want to do. Simple as that. But they have increased. There are some medications I did accept. They put me back on metformin because of my A1C going up, and they increased my Victoza. I reluctantly will do what they say, only because I'm trying to get my A1C down, and if I need a little bit of assistance to do that, that's fine. But I also told them that I will take the metformin if you can guarantee me that it will help me wean off all my medications, including the insulin. So the doctor said, yeah, it should help with that. Okay, fine. It's every once in a while you're going to hit a bump in the road with anything. And, before I fully take it, I have the medication, but before I actually start taking it, there's some people I want to just get their opinions on. Yeah. Hmm. So, um, sorry about that, guys. I'm just kind of like in a fog today. I'm not in a fog. I'm very clear-minded. It's just I just can't think of the next thing to say. Um, excuse me. Yeah, I think I do have a little bit of a cold. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's just the weather affecting me or if it's actually a cold. Well, either way, I'm going to sign off. Okay. Stay warm. All right. Especially if it's really, really cold. Found out from one of the guys that I chat with, I found out that it's like 8 degrees. He's in Chicago, and it's like 8 degrees there. And include the wind factor. Holy my God! Like that's cold. I mean, here it's about 13 degrees. But it's not really a high wind. It's not really like Uh, but there's like snow. It snowed. It snowed like yeah, it snowed 2 days ago or 2 nights ago, and still like our landlord's very good at clearing out the parking lot. Unfortunately, the people over by the that does the track aren't as good. So there's still ice and snow on that track, and it's just not safe. If the track was safer, I would just bungle up and walk. But unfortunately, the track is very unsafe, and and I'm sorry if I keep on looking away. I forget to look at the camera. I'm sorry. I'm not used to doing this from my computer of this kind of media type thing. And I'm hoping that this works and goes on to and I can bring it onto YouTube so then you guys can see. And again, I'm sorry I was not able to do I did it because I need to see how much I can do and see where I can move on to. Um, the push-ups were hard. I'm not lying, but you they were very hard. Um, you know, but it's it's a step to tell me where do I need to go. It's just like my A1C. My A1C right now, like it was 10.2 and it was 7.2, and that was my baseline 7.2. Like, oh, I want to get under 7.2. Well, unfortunately, it didn't go down, it went up. So now my baseline is 8.9. So now I have to bring it down from 8.9. That's my new baseline. So it's the same thing with the push-ups. Right now I do them on my knees, because for some reason doing on my feet is not easy for me. So I want to move to the next step. I want to move to doing 20 or doing, and then going to 30 and going to 50 and then to 100 and or then even timing it and going for one whole minute, and just doing and having the energy and then eventually go to where I can put them, where I can go onto my feet. Um, I mean, it's not just my legs, though. In this case, my arms are not strong either. You'd be, surprised. They probably should be stronger. Um, oh no, not probably, definitely. Uh, but this is a start, So I in no way expect you to actually start following me on the exercise program. I'm just gonna do them, and then next time I probably won't show any more exercise programs for you. The next time I do show anything, it's when I have a good amount of progress, when I can start doing. So you could look at this as a before video. This is the before video, and then in a few months, let's see what the after video is. I'm okay with that. Save this. You know, um, but do what you need to do. Things will get better for you. Okay, just be patient. It got better for me. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You will get better. keep in mind, I hear a lot of people are like, I've done this and nothing's happening to me, and I'm still the same thing. Not ev because what they're doing is, this is where it's kinda wrong, like, they tell about how quickly they improved. Don't look at the quickness. Don't look at the slowness. Don't look at the quickness. You are your own speed, okay? Progress is progress, alright? Just stay on the course. Stay just like an analogy I've mentioned. To me, carnivore is like a train, and every single time, or any kind of diet's like a train, okay? Every single time, though, that you go off that diet, every single time you go off that way of eating, you're going off the train. Now, meanwhile, the train is still running, so the longer you're off it, the harder it is to get back on the train. But if you really, really, really want to get better, get on that train as quickly as possible. Just get on that train. Run. If you have to steal a horse, steal a horse. If you have to take a shortcut, take a shortcut. But get back on that train. That's my advice to you. That's always going to be my advice to you. All right? Stay your path and don't look at how quickly, like, if I did that, I'd be going crazy, because there's so many people out there, and I believe them. I'm not saying I don't believe them, but there's so many people out there that are like, yeah, within a month, I've lowered my A1C down to this much from like a really, really high number. I'm thinking to myself, like, I haven't been carnivore strictly, um, for very long. I've only been for like maybe a month now, maybe on to 2 months. But I've been very, very low, extreme. Like, well, I guess you could say I've been carnivore for a lot longer, but this is the first time I'm committing to 3 months at least to being strict with no cheating, no cupcakes, no candies, only carnivore. I went under the B&E, but I might have to change that. I don't know. I'm hoping not. To be very, very strict. When I found out my A1C was 8.9, I just wanted to go a little bit stricter, or a lot stricter, but no cheating whatsoever. I need to see, because I think the reason why I went up is because of the holidays, because of the cheating. And I don't hold anything or anyone against my cheating. I am my own person, and if I cheat, I cheat. That's on me. But the temptations are still around. So the only way I can prevent myself from fully cheating is to know where my temptations come from. You got to know your own self. You got to know if you're tempted or if you're not tempted. And when the food is readily right there, and it's not food that's really for you, then it's a temptation. But like, I'm able to go to like, I can do things like, I go downstairs to the chocolate store that I've mentioned, and I'll get a cup of coffee, and they have all this stuff all around. Yeah, it looks good. I'm not saying it doesn't look good. They're very good at what they do. So, yeah, I've had the chocolate before, and it's delicious. But I I'm on a focus. I'm on, but when you have the food right there on a plate in front of me, or and you take it one step further, and you're like, hey, Tom, do you want some do you want some, hey, we have some cookies here, we just made it fresh. Don't you want one? Come on. Don't you want one? They obviously don't have my interests at heart, and they just don't understand. I actually tested out one of the girls the other day at the chocolate carousel just to see what she would say, and she passed. I said to her, I said, hey, her name's Jess. I said, Jess, I like to have a couple Oreo cookies with my coffee day. And she looked at me and she said, no, you're doing what you're doing. You're staying on the course, and I'm not going to be the one to get you off it. That doesn't mean that somebody else isn't going to do that, but that's pretty much the message she sent. And thank you. You listened to me and you respected what I wanted to do. Now, before that, I did tell her that what I was doing, and even the owners like respectful of it. Their opinion is, yeah, they sell this stuff and people enjoy and everything like that, but it's not worth somebody's life if it's affecting them. If it's bringing up their blood sugars and it's causing problems, they don't want to be a part of that. And I don't blame them. I agree with them. I would be thinking the same thing. But yet I go to other places and they push and push and push. And they're saying they're being friendly and everything like that. And they think they're being nice, Or I go to family affairs and and they're super nice and they don't really push, but it's there. Okay. So the temptation becomes, they have pushed in the past, but this past Thanksgiving and Christmas, they didn't really push that much. A few differences they did was when they made the leftover, they actually had me make it myself. So I was able to fill it up with nice, beautiful carnivorous type food. And for Christmas, actually, yeah, I did cheat because my sister made homemade fudge, and I felt bad. She's like, "Oh, I felt bad, so I did have few pieces." And you have, it's like potato chips. You have one piece, you need another one. You know, um, I didn't have that much in the vegetable. I had a little bit of the potatoes au gratin, and I had, like, when I say a little bit, like I'd say like a small spoonful, like that. And then I had one stuffed mushroom, but the rest of my plate was this delicious, beautiful, fatty prime rib, which might be another indication why I named my channel Target Prime Rib, because it's just sorry about that. It's just what it is. So I'm gonna turn this light off just to see. No, nope. I'm just ugly with a shadow now. I hope you enjoyed this content. Um, I wish I had more to talk about. I really don't. I do love the comments. Shout out to Bruce and Lori. I love the comments. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.